Good day, beautiful soul. Welcome to another session on Intention Inspired. Today is all about being. This really is at the heart, the essence, the strategy of Intention Inspired. That is to embody a state of being so that our thoughts, actions, and reality can blossom from there. So as we've been journeying on this path of money, of abundance, of wealth, today let's become wealth itself right now by choosing it, believing it, noticing how we are preventing it so that we can release what is no longer serving and allow our thoughts, actions, and experiences to naturally lead to more wealth. In the infinite vastness of this universe, everything we seek exists already within us. This inspiration today comes from the profound wisdom of David Cameron Gikandi, whose insights in his book, A Happy Pocket Full of Money, invite us to acknowledge our innate wealth and embody wealth now to most effectively actualize it in our lives. So today's actionable takeaways are to choose to be wealthy now without a doubt, regardless of what your bank account says. It is all a perception, an illusion anyway. And then we can allow this wealthy state of being to influence our thoughts, words, and actions. And then to hold on to this chosen state against any external evidence to the contrary. So let's dive in. James Allen, the author of the book As a Man Thinketh, once said, "What you are, so is your world. Everything in the universe is resolved in your own inward experience. It matters little what is without, for it is all a reflection of your own state of consciousness. It matters everything what you are within, for everything without will be mirrored and colored accordingly." There was a sweet study published in the Frontiers of Psychology that emphasizes the impact of our own internal beliefs on our external reality. The research reveals that those with a mindset of wealth, regardless of their current financial status, are more likely to attain financial success in the future. The psychology of abundance is real and begins within us. So let us harness this potential today, choosing to embody a state of wealth and allowing our wealthy state of being to then influence our thoughts, words, and actions. As we choose, so we are, and change begins with a decision. Simple as that. I'm sure you can recall a time where you just decided not to let something upset you. Something unexpected happens, and we always get to choose how we respond. So we're going to explore a really beautiful, profound, mindful manifestation process to help us to, again, choose to decide to transition from a state of lack to that of wealth and abundance. So let us embrace this 5-step mindful meditation manifestation process as we continue to align with the vibration of wealth. So this 5-step process, in summary, is going to be acknowledge, to reflect, to release, to replace, and finally to embody. And this process is not a one and done dealio. It may need to be repeated, especially as our old, well-grooved patterns and beliefs take hold. Unconsciously, we can begin to bring those to the surface. And with patience and consistency, we can enjoy and celebrate each step forward on our journey towards wealth consciousness, not just internally, but externally. Starting internally, let's break it down. Okay, our first step is to acknowledge. This is simply reflecting on our current conditions. How have we allowed our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions to define our current state of being? Maybe through comparison, through adopting some dogma. Remember, we are not our conditions. We simply create them. And we can choose to embody our vision of wealth and let this state of being permeate every thought and action. And we can choose this any time. As we choose to be wealth, our conditioning may start to bring up some thoughts and beliefs that have doubt in this truth. So, first step in our healing process is to acknowledge any thoughts or beliefs that could be holding us back from becoming wealth and creating more wealth. These could just be, the classic limiting beliefs like money is the root of all evil, or you have to work hard to get rich, or rich people are selfish and not spiritual. These thoughts, which then turn to beliefs, have just been picked up throughout life, perhaps in childhood, or through societal messages that we then internalize. So then our next step number 2, is to reflect. Just taking a moment to reflect where these beliefs about our current state of wealth came from, and why they were told to us, and why we're holding on to them. Is it coming from fear? Is it coming from really not knowing, trying to make sense of something? We may find that they're not our beliefs at all, but rather messages we've received from others who likely aren't wealthy. I'll invite us to consider the ease of simply choosing to be wealthy, and allowing that state of being to guide our actions. Then our third step is to release. Once we've identified and acknowledged our limiting beliefs around wealth, it's time to release them. Simply cultivating awareness around these beliefs is half the work. And then as we do, choose your modality, as we do our meditations, affirmations, visualization, journaling, whatever. Regardless of the method, the idea is to consciously decide to let go of these beliefs and replace them with more empowering ones. We are the creators of our own personal reality, and we can choose at any time to respond to life in this moment and to embody whatever state of being we want to be in. And that brings us to our next step of replace. As we release our old beliefs, we get to fill that spaciousness, that void they left, and we get to fill them with whatever we want. Choose what you want. Choose new positive beliefs about wealth. Perhaps we want to begin to choose that money is a tool and we can use it for good. We can choose that wealth can be created with ease and joy. We can choose that rich people can be generous and kind. Absolutely. There's no limit to the wealth that we can receive. And we can just continue to use our affirmations, our visualizations, our meditations, positive self-talk, as we are doing throughout this journey, to cement these new states of being, these new beliefs, these new thoughts, these new actions into our subconscious. And then we begin to just we get to feel the truth of these words and actions as we recite and embody them. And lastly, we get to embody them. We embody these new beliefs around wealth. We get to start living as they're already true. This could invoke making changes to our behavior, like investing in ourselves, spending our money more mindfully, just creating better money habits, or even just carrying ourselves with more confidence. Let's try it. Let's try it right now. Simply just by making adjustments to our posture and our breathing that reflect an attitude of wealth and abundance. Notice the ways you naturally shift to embody these new beliefs and habits. And as we do this, over time, we'll start to see how our external reality changes and ripples as well. David Cameron shares with us that the way to change our state is to decide to change our state. Simple. And we can do that now. It's like being happy and simply decide you're tired of being unhappy. So we just decide to be happy. Everyone has done this before. Now, let's do it with wealth. Feel free to carry this affirmation with you into the day and repeat it right now. I am wealth. I am abundance. I am prosperity. Thank you so much for joining me on today's session of being wealth. As we move through our day, let's have courageous conversations within our communities about the concept of wealth. Let's explore its various definitions, understandings. Let's explore the role of our internal belief systems in manifesting wealth and support one another and hold each other accountable to practice wealthier states of being, wealthier thoughts, wealthier beliefs, wealthier actions. I'm so curious what you learned about yourself during today's session. We would love to hear from you on our community activity feed. Feel free to pop over to intentioninspired.com and join the community conversation. I so look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue on our journey of money, of wealth, of being.